Hey, everybody, I'm Mike.
I'm Bob.
I'm Tim.
And I'm Zeshawn.
Yes.
And this is the Board Game Rundown. Welcome to Whiskey Wednesday, April 23rd edition. And we've got a guest this week. It's Zeshawn Khan from Boardandshield. He's a content creator on Instagram and decided to join the show tonight. Welcome, Zeshawn. It's great to have you.
Nah, thanks for having me, guys. Excited for this episode. I'm a little worried, but we'll see how it goes.
Oh, wait, are you worried about just like making people mad with your list?
Yeah, 100%. I think I will.
No.
So
we sacrifice sacred cows here all the time.
Yeah.
The good news is we have a hardened audience that if we didn't bring the heat on these spicy topics, they would be disappointed. So I don't think you have to worry about agitating our viewers. They're used to this kind of thing. So.
Oh yeah, they'll be more mad at us anyways.
All right, cool.
In fact, they will probably give us shit back. That's typically the standard.
Yeah.
So welcome. This is a loving and
it's a safe space.
It's a safe space.
That's good to hear. Okay.
All right. Anyways, Zeshawn, why don't you tell us a little bit about your channel, your Instagram, like what kind of stuff do you like to focus on? What got you even doing it?
Yeah, man. No. Okay. So, Boardandshield. I'm on Instagram. Recently been doing TikTok too for about a year or so. Yeah, that's me. Very cool. It just started off. I wanted to just, talk about board games. I really got into the hobby about a year-ish before COVID, maybe a couple of years before COVID, before I really dive into it. And then I was like, wow, I really want to like nerd out with other people, but the people around me, they enjoyed to play the games, but not talk about them like I did. So I was like, sure. A buddy of mine I knew, he was on Instagram too. He said, hey, there's like a whole IG community. Why don't you make an account and just post away? And I said, sure, let's do it. And so, that's what I do now.
That's cool, man. That's very cool.
Yeah.
So you actually recently, didn't you do the Codename show earlier this week?
I literally did it Monday night, actually. Yeah, it was just a crazy timing, 2 in 1 week. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So, I was on that show last year.
Oh, yeah.
There's a couple ties here. Tim did that show last year. Hey, what's up, Steph? Our viewer from the other side of the world. There's another funny tie here. Didn't you do that show with Mike from One Bookcase?
That's my boy. Yeah. Shout out Mike, One Bookcase. He lives near me, and so we're like IRL friends, so it's cool.
Oh, right on.
You guys are North Carolina based, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Where are you at in North Carolina?
Specific address. Just kidding.
Yeah, so I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I live over in Winston-Salem, but I go back and forth a lot to Charlotte, RDU area. So I'm all over.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't live there long, but I did live in Raleigh for a little while.
Yes. Love Raleigh.
The other tie here is that I've been in contact with Mike about trying to get him on the show as well.
Oh.
The whole reason I reached out to him in the first place is that he and I made a trade on BGG like 2 months ago.
No way,
and so I was like, oh, you're on Instagram. Well, here, swap me follows, and then let's talk about this game.
What did y'all trade? I'm interested.
I sent him Darwin's Journey Kickstarter edition.
You sent him the Darwin's Journey set.
There we go.
And I got Feed the Kraken out of it.
I remember. I know exactly that trade because he talked to a buddy of mine, or me and my buddy Tay. We were kind of like, hey, he was like, hey, is this a good trade? We're like, bro, full send it. It's Darwin's Journey. It's a great trade.
I like the game, but Bob over here has it. And the thing about reviewing board games on YouTube is you don't often get to revisit games a whole lot.
Yes.
So, and at the time, it was also live on Kickstarter for the reprint with the expansion. So I was like, if I really want it, I'll back it again. I didn't.
Yeah.
But
Now it's on BGA too, so lots of ways to play.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
yeah, that helps. And it was hard to find Feed the Kraken for a while, and I love
No,
social deduction. So I said,
a
all right, let's give it a
fantastic game.
shot.
No, that's a great game too. Yeah.
So Mike, basically, don't blow it. This is our audition to get his buddy on the show. So you got to be really cool tonight. So then he puts in a good word,
Yeah.
and we can keep that guest train rolling. Keep the good guests in here.
Oh yeah.
Right. So yeah, Tim, I think the question that you have for Zeshawn tonight is, how do you get his hair?
Dude, I was going to say, we got to
some-
stop having these guys on with way better hair than me, or any, because I don't have any hair.
Oh god. No, I'm telling you, just shampoo a few times a week, get a nice conditioner, you're good to go. I swear half of it is that.
That's all you gotta do, Tim.
That's all I got to do.
Yeah, just throw some
Yeah.
shampoo on that. That's your best what's been going wrong this whole time.
Oh, God.
You've been body washing the whole thing.
Oh my God. I'm trying to think of the last time I bought shampoo. It's been at least
Okay,
a
but
decade.
it's a lot of effort though to stay bald. Yeah, you got to take the razor and you just got to.
No, it just doesn't grow.
Oh, you're
sorry
killing
for
Z
your
right there. Oh,
No.
It's not a fashion
Wait, but
statement. It's genetics.
You got some luscious locks going. You got long hair, and then
Oh,
you got
Bobby
the
does,
beard
yeah.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bob's
come
got
on.
it cooking.
Gosh, I just pulled out of a ponytail, but it was hot while I was working. So,
Oh.
yeah.
Bob's got it cooking, man. He's got. Mike could probably grow that hair if he wanted.
Now, but he's got the
Could,
beard
I could.
going for him though. Look at
Yeah,
that.
Mike's got
I
Yeah,
can't do that, and it connects too. Can't do that.
yeah. I don't know how they. Yeah, I've got that Joe Dirt facial hair going on. It's like, do you shave it to look trashy? No, it just grows in that way. Like that's
Unfortunately, I got like that reverse soul patch going on, so everything else grows except literally right here.
right there.
I got the same thing right here, so I just shave under the lip so it looks, intentional. But yeah,
I got most of my grades to come in right here, though. I gotta watch out for that.
Oh
that's
yeah.
the problem. There's too much gray coming in now.
Yeah, well, I used to clip them out, but then I was like, okay, now I don't have any left. So
Oh.
now I gotta leave them.
I made the decision when I was trying to Photoshop around your head for the thumbnail that I was going to make a hair joke to Tim. That was decided like 2 days ago. So
That's fair.
Anyway,
That's fair. They don't hurt anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We should make sure we say hi to everybody. Wayne from the Beans and Dice podcast is saying hello. Dave is liking the Fleet the Dice game recommendation. I played that for the first time just last year and just absolutely loved that game. It quickly became my favorite roll and write.
QSCon, baby.
Yeah, thank you, Karen Holla.
Yeah.
She doesn't
Holla
watch.
to Karen Holla, who does not watch. Yeah, well, she's at the gathering anyway, so she's
She
definitely
is.
not watching.
Definitely not.
I was just going to say, for those of you that want to check out Zeshawn's channel, I, of course, have pulled it up here. And the link to your gram is in the description. So very easy to find. I found your content really good, man.
Thank you. Really.
Yeah.
Like your shots are high
I'm looking-
quality. Like your camera's like really good stuff, man. Appreciate it.
Dude, this is my camera right here. I just use
Nice.
the iPhone. I don't even use. I just use my
front facing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dude, it's lighting. I swear, just a little bit of sun goes a long way.
It is
Nice.
lighting. For
As
sure.
I've been checking out your games behind you too, you got quite the collection there. I did.
Thank you, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I love my collection. Honestly,
Mhm.
it's curated very well for my taste. So it's
Trying to score that Nova Roma here. I got a trade offer out for it, so hopefully I got here.
I traded for it too. So good, dude. It's so clean. I think what is it?
Stan Kordonsky. Yeah.
Quickly becoming one of my favorite designers.
Yeah,
honestly.
you played
He's the
Resurgence?
man.
Which one?
Resurgence.
No, I haven't played that one yet, though.
Fix it.
That's my
Fix
favorite.
that.
That's fantastic.
Play Resurgence. Fix
Yeah,
that.
no,
It's so
it's
good.
Resurgence.
That's like his underrated hidden gem because he self-published that one, and I
Right.
just don't think. I think
There's
because
a
of that, it
second
didn't
edition
get the
coming out
love.
that's not as good, I don't think. But like, if you can find the first edition, that's the way to go.
Oh.
But
I'm gonna look into that. Cool. Bad.
You're
deal,
welcome,
man.
Mike.
Oh,
Hopefully, you played it now. I already told him about the connection on that. I don't know if you missed that part, but and we
Mike.
still got to get you on the show too.
I was gonna say,
consider when
he liked the
when that's
game.
possible.
That's part of the trade deal. Is he's got to come on and hang out with us.
Yeah.
We were just
Hello,
talking
Mike.
about Mike. That's so funny.
All right. So before we get into the list, Zeshawn, is there anything else you want to hit on? You want to talk about or say or do? And then we can just.
Man, I would honestly, I know you guys pulled me in to ask me the questions, but I would just love to get like a quick blurb on why you guys started the podcast here and the YouTube channel and have the three of you together. That's really cool. You collab like that. What inspired that?
Well, that's a good story. So I'll give you the quick version. Well, first of all, like Bob and I have been friends for many moons.
Many moons.
Over 20 years we've been friends. And we met through a person that I haven't seen
in 20 years.
Yeah, I've seen him twice. We invited him over for D&D. He said, "Can I bring my buddy Bob?" And he brought Bob. That dude was a jerk. We didn't invite him back, and Bob kept coming around.
I kept showing up. So
yeah, so it was cool. But anyways, I used to help out at my local game store with their open game night, and I was like really involved in that for a couple years, and I kind of was the guy that was like, I always was buying the new games, you know what I mean, and stuff. So I'm rolling into the game store with like Kickstarter stuff, and I'm teaching people games and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So it was going, it was pretty good. It was fun, and it was like kind of growing the community too, right? Because you're like you were saying, right? I want to hang out with people that want to talk board games. I want to talk board games and do stuff.
Yeah.
And then the game store owner basically was like, "Hey Tim, I want to do a YouTube channel, and I want you to be my board games guy." And I was like, "Cool, that sounds awesome. Like, what kind of show do you want?" And he goes, "You tell me." So we had to make it up, and I thought I can talk for ages by myself, but I thought it would be more fun because I like shows where there's a couple of people talking, because you get the banter, right? Like the conversations. And I enjoy the shows that don't feel scripted. The guys are messing with each other. Like everybody's loose and just, they know what they're talking about, but they're having a good time while they're doing it. Like those are more interesting conversations for me to listen to personally. So it's kind of like game designers. They make games they want to play. I just decided I would kind of do a show that I would want to watch. So I was able to get Bob, and we've had a couple of different people come and go, as people's lives change. We all just kind of volunteer to do this. We get games, and sometimes we get some paid gigs where we do some paid content and we get a little bit of money. But I mean, for the most part, we just do it because we love it. And then Mike, actually, I met Mike because he reached out asking about if a trade was a good trade that he wanted to make. And we kind of started messaging back and forth. And then finally, because he lives basically like one town over. And so finally we just got him together with us for a game night. We started hanging out, and the vibe was there. Like, you know what I mean? Like he fit right in really quick. And so it's kind of like, all right, dude. So I know, we do a show. Would you want to come on sometime and do it? And so that's kind of like how it's happened, is I just kind of recruited these guys, got them in. Bob and I used to play Magic the Gathering together. We play role-playing games together.
We played all types of stuff.
Yeah, for ages. So Bob, it was easy. It was, yeah. Bob was an easy fit, and again, like I knew, like, also you want to have people that can feel and act natural. You don't want anybody stiff.
Vibe with you.
Yeah, exactly. And and hopefully it just puts everybody at ease.
Right.
So. So I got really lucky, with these guys, and the channel's, been growing. We've made a lot of connections. The board game industry is I found out very quickly is really small.
It's a niche within a niche for sure.
Yeah. And then but so many of the people in it are really awesome.
Oh, 100%.
And so it's like great to kind of talk to them and collaborate with them. And, as somebody, like I'm a sports fan and a movie fan. So to me, like meeting board game designers and publishers, is kind of like meeting an athlete you like, or an actor you like. So I like to geek out over them and like hear about their process and just talk to them.
Cool. That is cool. Yeah.
So and that's kind of what's up. That's
maybe I can put the bow on that with the whole live show came about because I live a town over.
Oh, sure.
And it's like a 40-minute drive to the studio. I'm like,
nice.
I do more content if I could do it from the comfort of my own home. Why don't we start looking at live shows and shorts and stuff like that? The first time we did that, like Tim did it by himself, and then I did one by myself. Then we found this StreamYard website, and the rest is history. And that was about 2.5 years ago now. So
nice. Very cool.
Yeah, we just started doing the Wednesday thing together. Yeah, it was funny because, and this was a great idea. The guys did a video of top 5 things I was wrong about, right? Like, so games that I'm wrong about, like things that I like that they say I'm wrong.
It was hard to cut down 5.
Butting heads with you right away.
Yeah. So, I did basically like a rebuttal video, but I did it live, just from down here. I was just like, okay, guys, so here, I'm going to call these guys out. And I made all these notes, and why they're wrong and why I was right.
Nice,
and then Mike, started doing some stuff. And like he said, we're like, well, why don't we just do this together? And we just kind of figured out a day that worked. And then like anything, right? Like same thing with Instagram or any kind of content creation, you just got to keep at it,
right.
like,
it just gurge it out. Yeah. But you still gotta love what you're doing, right? Like if you're doing content just to make content and you're not having fun, what's the point,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they'd see right through you. You know what I mean? Like
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you gotta, I know like one of the things that, we have been complimented on is our enthusiasm and our passion, like, so that's kind of, hopefully, I mean, it's always genuine and I'm really glad that comes across. You're like, okay, thank God. Right. Like,
no, I mean, you guys all being actual friends helps a lot. The banter's real. The conversations are real. Butting the heads are real.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, we have called each other out. We talk trash,
And that's fun. That's fun. We all shared the same opinion. Why watch the show? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, then it'd be boring, right?
Exactly,
and it's the same kind of banter and stuff where like if we're playing games together and you start a little trash talking, like okay, it's kind of like that whole like give and take. And the nice thing is these guys and like like we're all coming from a good place, so we know that when we're picking on each other and messing with each other, at the end of the day, we're all just goofing, and having a good time.
Exactly.
I can stab him in the back.
That's what it's all about.
What's that?
Right.
Oh, no.
No, he said that's what it's all about. What were you saying, Bob?
I was going to say, I can stab Tim in the back on some Game of Thrones, and it's okay because he was just about to stab me in the back.
I was.
Very nice.
I was. And I'm really upset about that still.
That's right.
I'm taking notes.
Yeah.
All right. So I know we wanted to real quick highlight some news, like real quick, and then we're going to jump into this list. Tim, I know there's a project you want to talk about for sure.
Oh, yeah. Real fast. Yeah. Sorry, Zeshawn. I don't know if you like war games, but
give me an example. I don't know if I know of a war game.
Well, I mean, like the most basic one is like Risk or Axis and Allies. But
okay, sure.
Or like, so if you go like more on the hobby side, some of those war games. I mean, even Risk Legacy or like a dudes on a map kind of game. If you
like Warhammer count.
I mean, Rising Sun behind you a little bit.
The greatest, one of the greatest area.
But not fantasy based necessarily.
But there's a game that's on Kickstarter right now, and Bob and I have had the opportunity to play it a few times, and it was my favorite game I played last year.
Wow!
But it's an epic war game, and it's based. It's a World War II. It's in the Mediterranean theater, and so you've got one or two players playing as basically the Axis powers, and then somebody playing as the Allies. It's not Axis and Allies. It is a song for war. And but yeah, so it's like it literally starts like historically accurate. Like these all these military units are basically all stationed in these parts of northern Africa, and then you have the Axis powers basically are coming in from Italy and Greece and and where they have got control.
Yeah.
And it's a really cool, like, just big epic.
Board
It
game.
feels really epic, and it's
Yeah.
just a wild.
It adds some really unique like mechanisms you don't see a lot in wargaming, like
Sure.
supply routes and stuff like that. So like if you have enemy ships like blocking your path, like if your home base is in Italy, but now you've got this front in Africa, well, you got to keep that supply chain going. So if there's enemy ships in that route, it will reduce the amount of troops that you can deploy in Africa. And then just the units are really cool. There's just a wide variety of them, like different types of fighters, bombers, different types of boats, land units, and then the way the combat goes, it's like the fast units get to like act more frequently because they're moving quick and zipping around, and the slower units move, take a while to go, and they go later in the turn. And then like the board, like you put the two big boards together, and you've got the whole Mediterranean theater, or you take them and you flip them over, and then you can basically do like the boot of Italy, but with like it's got hidden deployment. So like you've got all the Axis troops are like all staged around the board on these spots, and you've got all these discs face down on the zones. So when you land in a zone, you flip that disc over. Those are the troops that are coming in from that area that are like hidden there, right? Lay in wait kind of thing. And then on the other one, you've got Africa, where it's a lot to do with the supply chain. You have to have these like supply trucks, and otherwise your troops run out of supply, and they can't move. They get stuck in the desert. They can't go anywhere. Yeah, this game was fantastic. Like I saw this a couple of years ago at like Origins, and I was blown away by it. And so we've been talking to them, we've worked with them, and it's really good. 'Cause I play a lot of Axis and Allies, and there's a lot of like dudes on the map types of games, and they use very similar mechanisms throughout each one of those. But this is very different. And while the map looks huge, you've got these aerial transports that can take dudes like 7 spots across the map, and so it's like you can really it's the smallest big map you've seen. Like
you can just be on top of somebody so fast in this game. You really can.
How long's the game typically?
Oh, it's long.
You can play through. I think the North Africa is the shortest one, and you can get through that in about 2 to 3, maybe hours if you know what's going on.
I feel like for a war game, that's pretty
Now, if you're doing the whole shebang, it's probably going to take you about 5 hours, right? Especially if you're kind of learning, because you get all these like cool like upgrades too. Like you can upgrade your tanks to like the Panzer tanks. You can get and all of them are like historically accurate types of upgrades you can get, like the different things that the different countries did, so it's really good. So because I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really neat, and it's actually way cheaper than I thought it was going to be. Did you look at the price for it?
I did. I was surprised.
I thought it was going to be like $150.
That box is going to be.
Yeah, it's about half of what I thought it was going to be, as big as that box was.
That's nice.
I'm hoping they shave about this much off the side of the box so it fits in a
calyx.
Yeah.
Gotta fit the calyx.
Anyways, we did some videos for them late last year, and we were kind of just like waiting for that Kickstarter to launch. And again, like that game I want to fund so bad because you're trading shots in the Mediterranean. Yeah, but that game was so much fun. I just want it to fund so that we can get a copy, and I want that game. Like if that game doesn't fund, I need to talk to those guys about like making me a prototype.
Yeah, so what are you guys gonna do with that prototype?
yeah. Because I don't know if you've had this happen, but we have seen some games that we've really liked come to Kickstarter, and then they don't. And you're like,
it's one of the very first ones we did.
It's unfortunate, when prototypes come in and some of them just kind of fizzle out, and you're like, damn, the game was good too.
Yeah.
Lost to time has been lost to time, and it's really too bad. It was a really good game.
that dude just I don't know if he just lost the desire to work on it or what, but
I swear sometimes it's just bad timing too.
Yeah.
You're surrounded by a bunch of other games. It's unfortunate because like some people have really, really well-made game designs, and like you could tell there's a lot of passion in there, and the game itself is really good. But unfortunately, especially in like the day and age of Kickstarting and like crowdfunding, the game design is like what 10-20% of the whole shebang. Like you've got the marketing, the promotion, the manufacturing, the shipping, logistics. It's just there's so much. So having a good game sadly doesn't cut it anymore.
No, you're absolutely right. And then if your game drops on the same day as like a CMON game, that's a Marvel IP. Well,
yeah,
good luck.
Yeah, it is unfortunate.
Yeah, and you can have all that, and if you don't advertise it and nobody knows about it, none of that matters either.
So.
Yeah. Last bit of channel news before we get into our awesome topic. This is the first Whiskey Wednesday since we cracked 7,000 subscribers.
Oh yeah.
Thanks to everybody that watches the show that helped out with that. If you're new, consider subscribing. We not only do a live show, we do reviews, we do Kickstarter previews, we do top 10s, we try to do it all. So, and we have fun while we're doing it. So, pretty big deal for us. I don't know if Tim thought years ago we'd ever hit 7K, but here we are, and we're not done. So,
yeah, that's right.
For the record, Carlos, I have not played Hearts of Iron, so I cannot make a comparison.
Yeah, I have not played Hearts of Iron. I think I've heard of it.
I've heard of it. I haven't played it.
Yeah.
All right. So, yes, and like Brandon said, smash that like button, smash the sub. All of it helps.
Oh, and then also make sure you give Zia a follow on the gram while you're here.
It's in the description. So you picked some spicy topic options, which I love, and you picked top 5 overrated games, and we said, hell yeah, let's do this. Why did you pick overrated games?
Mike messaged and was like, I think we should do the overrated games. I'm like, why are we even talking about it? Like, just tell him yes. So I thought we might want to talk about it. I'm like, no, that's like the best one.
No. I've seen your guys' channel before, and I really like the banter. And so I thought it would be nice to have a topic where even if you may or may not have similar tastes, everyone's going to have that one game. They may have had, a bad experience with it or like bad plays or just they just don't jive with it. And so I was like, oh, wow, yeah, this will be something 4 dudes can just like butt heads about.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Oh,
Not saying topics aren't good. Like there's so many you could do, but overrated, come on. People are going to love that.
Our overrated, we did in the studio a top 10 overrated games, and we had 4 of us. So there was 40 games, and that might be our most viewed video. Is it our most viewed video, Mike?
Very cool.
It still is.
And we got like lots. We probably for every love this video, we probably had 2. You guys are monsters. What do you guys even know about board game comments?
Yeah. I was like, I want that. I want to see that.
Like they're talking about us,
I want someone to go in the comment to be like, yo, Zeshawn, you don't play board games. Please.
Right.
I want the hate.
Right. You call yourself
a
content creator?
Yeah, what the?
Stay tuned to the comments in the following days.
Yes.
That's where we'll get some of those.
I will be monitoring, so I will see them.
Nice.
I will take pictures and send them to you. Mike, those would be some good Instagram reels. You could just do a reel.
Oh, yeah. Just start.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. Yeah.
The irony of this, Chris, is we really took off when we did the overrated video. And now we've done
like a spice
2 of them. We've done 2 of them in studio, but even the last one was 2 years ago. And so I'm like, I'm going to try not to do the ones I did before, but there's some of them, they're just, it doesn't matter. They're
Didn't
overrated.
we get like a 1,500 sub boost in the time that video was?
A lot.
It was a lot.
A lot.
Very nice.
People always go, we don't want negative content, blah, blah, blah. But then the negative content's what hits.
Content.
Yeah.
It's the most watched content.
That is fun.
Our most
hate watch is for the watch.
Yeah.
To that point, our most watched live show in the last year and a half was BGG top 100s that don't belong there. So
that's a good one.
People like negative content, whether they admit it or not.
And you know what's crazy? Spoiler alert! I think all 5 of my games are in the BGG top 100.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
Top 200.
So
yeah.
Nice.
Any caveats you guys want to mention before we jump into this?
Well, I tried to leave some of the ones off that I complained about that shouldn't be in the top 100, but don't worry, I got plenty of popular games to hate on. So And I know there's some that you guys like that I'm like, oh, I'm waiting for it. The knives are gonna come out. See, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see some blood tonight.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of games I talk negatively about like a lot here recently, and so I've tried to leave some of those off because I do talk about them a lot, and these are other games that I feel like also aren't deserving. So yeah,
There you go.
Agreed. I tried to keep off the ones we've bashed on recently, so hopefully this is like a fresh list. But my number one is the most overrated game of all time, so there was no hesitating keeping it on the list.
Very nice.
All right, so as usual, we'll start with Bob, go to Tim, Zeshawn, and then I'll wrap it up. As usual, that means we start with Bob's number 5.
all right. So for my number 5, when I am playing a deck builder, I like my deck to get better, not worse. I don't want to plug my deck with a bunch of cards that suck and do nothing, and yet people still love Dominion. I get it. I get what it does, what it did for, like, let's retire it, let's give it its place in the like Hall of Fame or whatever. That's fine, but let's just never play it again. Okay, there's like a million other deck builders, but like you still hear people at like conventions like, "Oh, I got the newest Dominion, like upgrade or whatever," and it's just like, why? You want to win, you got to buy these point cards, and the point cards do nothing. They're garbage. Then they fill your hand. And I get that maybe that's kind of a catch-up mechanic, so other people can maybe catch up to you with better cards. But like if I'm playing my deck builder and by building my deck, it's making it worse, that's just not fun for me. So,
I mean, you're not wrong.
I might actually have to leave the show, honestly, right here.
Yes.
Hold on.
And
Yeah.
you know what? He's got like the
Here we
big
go. Here we
huge, like,
go.
box. Oh no!
Oh man.
Yeah.
I knew it was good because I saw
Off the rip.
Zeshawn go like this right away. I was like,
Oh. That
There's
hurts.
100 other deck builders that do it better.
That hurts, dude. Don't say that to my wife, because that is her favorite game to play with me. And so
I get it.
if
And I've had
she
a lot of
loves it, I love it. I will die on a hill for it. I have to defend it. Yeah.
Zeshawn, if I will tell you this in your defense, if my wife loved Dominion and wanted to play it, I would have everything for Dominion too.
Exactly.
Because I'd be happy to sit
Yeah.
across the table and play a game with her.
Exactly.
Yeah, I hear you. Me too.
Dude,
But
with
But then
the
I might be like,
Roman-
hey, you want to try something else?
Trust me, I've
Or
tried.
how about
It's always
anything else?
Dominion.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to get somebody that isn't as excited about new games or other games to want to learn, something else. Because there is a comfort value factor there, right?
Of course.
Because there's 100% gamers that just like, I like my game. I don't want to have to learn a bunch of new stuff.
I know plenty of people like that.
Yeah.
It's my comfort game.
To each their own, what I mean? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
But
Oh,
you're wrong
man.
about Dominion. So.
Right off, yeah, right off the get-go.
I love
Awesome.
it. I love it. Man, I'm not gonna come that hard. Well, maybe, but not. I don't. It won't bother these guys. I don't think. But I'm just gonna come right out and say, Dice Throne is my number 5 overrated game. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Combat,
It is. It is not. I have all the Marvel stuff for it, but
That makes it a little interesting.
and the X-Men, but I don't care to ever have the fantasy stuff, and I don't care to. I had it and I got rid of it. It was fine. I can't seem to make it work. I can't get it to. I say make it work. I just mean like play it in a way that's super fun for me. I play with other people and they're clearly having a good time, and I'm just like, okay, this is, and I don't like the art. It's colorful, but the people,
my beard into a point. We should shave Mike's beard.
the people look dumb, and that's my problem with it too. I know that is a very talented artist. I just don't like the way that they draw people's faces, their chins. Like everybody's like almost a diamond. Who's the artist on that? Is it
Kevin?
Tremblay.
Tremblay?
Any Tremblay.
Yeah. Super talented. And there's so many times. Here's the other thing. These guys know that I don't love Dice Throne and I gripe about the art. And then the first time that I see a game that's a Trembly box and I'm like, ooh, I like that art. They're like, well, you're not allowed to because you don't like Dice Throne or Wonderland's war art. So
You didn't like Wonderland?
You don't like color. That's what it is. You just don't like the colorful.
I kind of always talk about Tim. You don't like the colors.
yeah, that's what it is.
Are you like a beige Euro guy?
Not at all.
Too much. It's not Jay. It's not Jason.
It's not.
I need more tan and more tracks.
Not at all. I think the colors are great. But I was a comic book nerd, back in my childhood, and so I think that really shaped what I like in art.
Okay.
And so
those are the palettes you enjoy.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
No, fair. Honestly, that's a take too. I think Dice Throne is really good for people getting into the hobby. It's a very nice interactive, head-to-head game, and it's got cool themes that people can go to. But I can see why it's not your favorite game. Yeah.
And the other thing, right? And this is the ironic thing, really, is that I prefer the Marvel versions because I like the characters.
Right.
But the art bothers me even more because I love good comic book art. And I just feel like I wouldn't even read these comics like if everybody was drawn like this.
I'm never going to unsee that now, unfortunately.
Yeah. Look at that. She's like cutting glass with that thing, man.
I just feel like the beat up on the leader makes the game overstay its welcome.
It can. I wouldn't recommend playing with more than 2 players personally.
Yeah, I've never played it at 2. I can see beat up the leader. What happened in a 3 or 4, I guess. Yeah.
It's better at 2. I liked it, but like after playing every character, I traded my copy away. It's fine.
But people love it, man. I mean, every time they put out a new Dice Throne, everybody goes nuts for it.
Line up.
All right,
Zeshawn, your pick.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry. All right, so my number 5 is viticulture.
Oh, yes. Boy, talk about games that my wife will play with me. Oops.
I don't know, man. It's like I wanted to like it. Like I love most Stonemaier games. There's just something about viticulture. It's just I find it boring. The first game I played, I got kind of almost locked out of actions where I was like, I truly didn't have anything I could do. And I was like, why do people enjoy this? And people swore, you got to play Tuscany. You got to play Tuscany. I never played. Tay, I'm sorry. I never played Tuscany, so I can't say. And I gave viticulture a few tries. Like, I think I played it maybe 3 or 4 times. And every time I'm like, I'm so bored. I don't know what it is. I don't know. And I know it's blasphemy already, but it's
sure.
Dude, I'm right there with you. Like I think it's boring. Like I didn't enjoy it either. Like I love a lot of Stonemaier games, but yeah, I felt viticulture was very boring.
Yeah.
I'll tell you my specific struggle with this because I have put this on a previous Overrated video. And you'll see it is in my previously owned after 3 plays. Here's my struggle with this game. I have no issues with luck in games. But when the game is 2 hours long, 90% of it is strategy, but you have to draw a wine card and how successfully you can fulfill it is pure luck. And that's one of the main ways to score. I've got issues. Or drawing those like ability cards. Some people can draw ability cards that are way stronger than others, and they will lap you.
Mike, who are you playing viticulture with that it takes 2 hours? We play viticulture in an hour. It's fast.
It's been 10 years. I don't know.
Okay. Maybe it's because we had Tuscany. I don't know. I'm just joking.
It's a 90-minute game.
Yeah, I guess an hour to hour and a half. I don't know. I like viticulture.
The times are never right. You know what I mean? It's just depending on the play group.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. I want to say 5-player learning game.
That means 120.
Never play a 5-player learning game.
That's tough.
Shoot me in the face.
No. Thing is, I played with 3 people that love viticulture, and it wasn't me. I wasn't part of that 4.
Uh-oh, somebody said Z's dead to me in the comments.
Sorry, Tay.
Tay and Co are all coming for you now.
No, not the company too. Please.
Yeah, the company
Yeah, the whole
too.
company.
Everybody.
This is what I needed, though. I signed up for it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
All right,
All right, Mike.
All
Jinx.
right. Well, this one might get some people ruffled because this is a fantastic designer, and I love a lot of his designs. There's two versions of this game that are both in the top 400, and I'm talking about Steam and Age of Steam by Martin Wallace. Martin Wallace has designed some of my favorite games, but Steam is the most punishing game I have ever played. You have to bid for turn order, and if you don't have enough money to execute your turn, you don't get to do anything on your turn. You literally bid, and then if you're at the bottom of the turn order and you can't afford the action you're able to select that's left over, sorry, you get to do nothing on your turn. And if you continue being the lowest bidder and still don't have any money because you didn't do anything the previous two turns, you keep doing nothing on your turn.
This is interesting, Mike, because not that I have strong feelings about Steam. I've never played it, but this reminds me of something that I'll talk about later.
I played this, it was years ago, but it is stood with me about how brutal and punishing this was and how frequently I got to do nothing on my turn. And the thing is that this version is 315. This is the remake. The original from 2002 is still 138.
Wow.
And I love me some Martin Wallace designs. I love a lot of Martin Wallace designs.
Same.
And there's some games I don't mind that are punishing, but doing nothing on your turn when it takes 2 to 3 hours. Oh.
So usually when Mike hears the word Steam, he gets that far off look and like you just hear the choppers, and he starts having like some Vietnam flashbacks. And so for him to be able to speak this succinctly about it and his trauma, I'm impressed, Mike. Good job. The therapy's paying off.
Yep. Steps, baby steps.
I mean,
So
this
this is a train game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Train games aren't overrated games. Train games are just bad games.
Ah!
I'm kidding. Sort of, partially, a little bit. I'm kidding.
I'm kidding mostly, but who cares? No, man,
well, and like a lot of older Martin Wallace games, if you don't have enough money, you can always take a loan. But if you got like 4 or 5 loans, you're just getting further and further in debt. You're already doomed. Like it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But I mean, here's the thing: is Martin Wallace is prolific, so not every game is going to be a banger, right? Yeah. There's going to be some duds in there.
Yeah.
So this is one I had not had a chance to rant about, and anytime you can complain about a Wallace design, it feels spicy to me, so I had to roll with it.
That's fair.
Okay.
All right,
Hoop.
back to Bob for number 4.
All right, so for my number 4, I enjoy tight games, but when the game is so tight that one misplay or one blocked play ruins the whole game, and they actually had to come out with an expansion to add another turn to the game after I said, you know what this game needs is another turn. Mike's already probably bringing it up, but White Castle, if you want White Castle, go buy yourself some sliders, okay? Because that's the best White Castle you're going to get. This game, I think, is overrated. It's got components that actively make the game harder to play. And like I said, like if you misplay any one thing, like, oh, I think I'm gonna go for this strategy this time, but then somebody blocks you once, you are not doing that strategy that game because you can't, because it's did not enjoy this. I played it probably 3 times, and yeah, I thought it needed more turns. So they came out with an expansion that added another turn to it, but now it might last too long if you play with 4 people. So those bridges suck. They look cool, but they block the stuff behind them, so you can't really see. Like,
what's that back there?
Yeah, what are those cards behind it? I don't know. Yeah.
Bob, I don't think we could ever game together in person.
I love it.
White Castle is one of my favorite games that had come out last year. Holy shit!
Oh,
Yes.
We can just go out and hate on
Yes.
viticulture together. It's cool.
That's fair.
Hold on.
Wow.
I just want to say real quick, Bob, do we need to check your search history? Are you specifically targeting him? Like, did you go
Yeah,
through
actually,
and
I
like,
look at
his
rankings.
Insta
God.
and like, oh,
Gotta
okay,
go.
dude loves White Castle, dude loves Dominion, like just
Yeah,
load that
you just
quiver.
went through the last like 20 posts of mine. You're like, yo, he likes this. Screw him. Likes this. Screw him.
Yeah.
I'm not dissing on anything behind you. All those games I can see behind you, fantastic.
Hey, and that's the love of the hobby. I don't know. I feel like White Castle, there's so many avenues to pivot, and the tightness of the worker placement, or like the dice drafting and the dice placement, is what makes the game so fun. The 9 turns really crunches it, and like because you can play a game in like 30, 45 minutes, it's so good. Like, yes, you want to go and do that spot. It's probably like one of the 3 main actions, but there's so many ways to augment it with your resources and stuff like that. I don't know if I agree with that. I respect it. But
I don't prefer games like that. So I'm a huge Lacerda fan. I love Lacerda games. But like Escape Plan, I don't like it. It's literally 12 actions. So I'm going to take my best 12 actions I can take. But if I screw them up, mess everything up. So those very limited amount of actions, I rather play until an end point is, somebody reaches a certain goal or something like that. I have 9 actions. This game is 9. To me, that's not as fun as a more open-ended type of game.
Okay, and that's fair. Yeah, I mean, if that's the thing, the action economy is tight, then if you don't like it, okay.
Yeah.
So. I thought this game was fine. I enjoy it. I will say the one issue I had when I played it at 4-player is that I completely ignored the Heron track, and I don't think if you try to advance in turn order, you have any shot of winning whatsoever. Because you'll never get to do what you want to do.
Honestly, I think that's a bit fair. I've only played it at the highest player count was 3, and that was once. It's mostly 2-player or solo, so I don't have the tightness of 4 frequently. So I could see that. That could be frustrating, actually, now that I think about it.
I mean, there's definitely some games where it's like, don't play this with 4 people. Like either it takes too long or whatever. But yeah,
I've never played it solo, so I wouldn't know. I played at 2. I think mostly 3, and I played it at 4, and I was like, nah.
No, that's fair. I would never play it at 4. So if I only played it at 4, I probably wouldn't like it either, honestly.
I want to try it again. Me and Bob played it at 2, and then I just got destroyed because I was stuck in last and decided to stay in last and see if it would work. It doesn't.
It doesn't. It's a bullshit.
I want to try it again and see if there's a chance, but man, it was brutal at 4.
Hey, it's on BGA. Send a request my way. We'll play a game.
Oh, there you
there
go.
we go.
Yeah. Challenge.
I'll get your username later.
There's a challenge. All right. Oh man. All right. Here we go. Now I'm going to make people upset. Because Bob, I thought for a minute you were going to talk about this. When I am pitched a deck builder, I want to actually be able to build a deck. I want to have options. Also, you were just talking about games that don't have like any flexibility. Like I like flexibility in games, and I just cannot get hyped for Dune Imperium. It is really punishing. It when I played it, it felt like it took really a real long time. And again, if you have a bad round or a bad turn or you misplay, you're behind the 8 ball and you're just kind of
Some of the expansions definitely helped this game.
That's fair. I have not played it.
It's like, oh, that person's got 8. Let's not let them get any more points. Let's make sure we block everything they try to do. It's almost another beat up. That's why I always try to go from 7 to 10 in one turn.
Sure.
Otherwise, it gets drug out so long.
Yeah, you kind of like Catan can do the same thing, stuff like that. But yes.
I'll trade with you.
Well, it looks like Mike likes the game, 8.5. So.
Oh, Mike loves it. I knew this was going to get me a dagger from somebody.
I do like Dune Imperium. My complaint is that it can run a bit long because if you beat on the leader in the game, you can easily tack an hour to an hour and a half onto the end. My major beef is I track down the expansions and then they're like, well, here's Uprising and it's better anyway.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's
still
just
enjoy
them.
it.
That's just them saying, kick rocks. Thanks for your money. But no. I want to like it. I love the IP. I'm a old man, so I read Dune a long time ago. I'm really excited that it's kind of having its day in the sun. Yeah, spice flow, man. But I came in kind of hyped for it, played it, and was like, okay. It felt really punishing, and yeah, and again, it takes a long time, and you've got to kind of be able to. There's some specific things that you've definitely got to be able to do, and if you can't do those things, done. And I like games that feel like there's a lot of different ways you can win. Feel a little,
yeah. I'm
or at least a couple different strategies, right? A little couple approaches that to hit that. So apologies.
It's possible to win without winning at least one combat.
Exactly. And if somebody's rolling with that, it's really tough. It is really tough.
But it's very hard.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, perspective right against that.
All right.
Disagree, but respect it.
No, it's totally cool. It's totally cool.
I could see that though. I definitely could see that. It is it's a bit of a niche one for deck building, and it's that hybrid, so worker placement deck building.
Yeah, and again, right? It's the same designer as Clank. I love Clank.
Yeah.
Is it really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I love Clank.
I mean, you want to play a deck builder, you can play what he has sitting right above Dune. He's got Tyrants of the Underdark sitting right there.
If you ever
underrated
video, number one right here.
Yeah,
one
Yeah.
million%.
Right
I've got it right over there.
there.
I hunted down a first edition. I got it. I sleeved it.
Oh my God.
It's my baby.
I'm about
I
to
love
do
that game.
on BGG. There's a guy that prints out like the fan made decks and send it to you. I'm literally about to put a whole order in of all the fan made decks.
Oh, wow.
There's like a modular board you could set up and everything, and it's like 5 or 6 different half decks, to just change the baby. That game is so good. I gotta get it.
Absolutely love that game. Love that game. See, we're friends
good.
again.
Yeah.
We're friends.
All right, cool. I like you guys again. For now.
All right.
For now.
We're back in.
Till the next pick. All right, Z, alienate us with your number 4. I want to hear it.
Yeah. Oh, funny that you say alienate. So, okay, I'm gonna preface this by saying I actually enjoy this game. I like the game. I don't love it. I do like it. It is fun to play. I'll never say no. My issue with it is I think it's very overrated because it's gotten hyped so quickly, so fast. It broke the top 100 like this.
Ooh, I have a feeling that if somebody asks, I will say no. Please continue.
And my number 4 is SETI.
Oh, that wasn't it.
Ooh.
That wasn't it. I like SETI. I played half of a game of SETI.
No, I actually like SETI. I think it's a solid game. I just don't know what it does any different from any good mid heavyweight Euro that other games don't do. For the reason that it broke the top one. Look, it's 75 right now.
I can't believe I saw that today. I couldn't believe it was that high. I could not believe it.
2024, I felt like had really good Euros. I know, I thought Minos, Windmill Valley, Toledo and Nucleum came out in 2023. I'm looking at my shells. Marrakesh was 23. Saint Core was 24. Voidfall was 23. Unconscious Mind was 24. There's some really good Euros that came out. Black Forest. These are all games that I think are at the same level as SETI, and maybe SETI's a tad bit below. But it's a good game. Just 75 top 100 right away. I don't know.
They played that game for 4 hours when they were playing.
They played it way too long. They played it way too long. Yeah. I sat down at a game day to play this with some guys, and it's gonna be like me and 2 other guys, and I had an hour and a half basically. And he's like, "Oh, we can get through this in an hour and a half." And then another dude sat down to play because he showed up while we were kind of getting the rules taught, and he sat down, and he was super nice dude, nothing wrong with that, but just a more deliberate player. And he wasn't taking excessively long, but I do not always love it when you're playing a game like that, and then when it becomes your turn, you weren't thinking about what you were going to do. I understand if it takes you a minute because because especially SETI, right? The board state can change because of the rotation of the solar system. But at the same time, this dude, like every time it got to his turn, he just was like, "Oh, okay," and I'm just like, "Oh, come on, man." But I was enjoying it. I think it does some interesting things. I don't think it should be in the top 100. Holy crap!
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, I thought it was cool. It looks beautiful.
It is. It is very pretty.
But
to your
see,
point,
I like
it
color.
just really quick. This was a Q4 2024 release,
Yes,
and this thing
exactly.
vaulted into the top 100.
Yeah,
I have a problem with games though that everybody's like, you should like this game, and if you don't,
go
like,
back.
what's
real
wrong
quick.
with you?
Go back.
Exactly.
Arrow back. That right there at the top. War of Whispers, though. Check that.
Oh, right there. Yeah.
Underrated
Whispers.
too.
Underrated.
Fantastic.
100%. So good.
Wow, that's a good one.
All right, anyway.
Yeah, Bob and I haven't played Steady yet. I'm kind of like, it can't be as good as this hype is making it seem like.
Right.
I'm just gonna hold out. Eventually, I'll get a chance to play it. I don't know if I'm gonna.
That's how I feel about Galactic Cruise.
Playing this game.
Yeah.
I'm really worried about Galactic Cruise.
I think
so hyped.
People love Lacerda-like designs. Galactic Cruise did it well. Very thematic. Very intentional with the mechanics.
We've got it. We haven't played it yet.
Or is it because the ENO tool art?
Maybe both. The art is beautiful.
Yeah, the ENO tool is fantastic. Yeah.
I still think Speakeasy was one of my favorite Euros to come out. Well, I guess it's not technically out yet.
I paid to kickstart that thing.
You'll try it.
Yeah, Speakeasy's good. I still have the prototype they sent us, so I'm gonna keep it.
Who's clicking over there?
That's me. It's my glass.
Okay.
Chilling my beverage. Okay. Well, that was good, SETI. Nobody got too upset.
Yeah, no. I haven't played it, so.
Well, I do feel like Tay got upset with you.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, maybe he did. Sorry, Tay.
Yeah, you're a zombie now. So you're shambling around the game room.
Well, let's introduce you to our friend Jim Cole.
Come back, service.
All right, Mr. Mike.
All right, my number 4. This is a 2022 release that won the 23 Spiel des Jahres. And
I already had it.
I thought the video game that it was based off of was boring. And then I played the board game and it was even worse. And it is Dorf Romantic, the board game.
Oh, I haven't played it.
Video game?
It's okay.
It is based off of a PC game.
I didn't even know that.
And
Interesting.
the PC game is like this solo tile laying experience, and you're laying out these tiles and building your town, and gradually it branches out, and you get achievements, and it's a legacy, or it's more of a campaign than a legacy in the sense that based on how you build it, it may change the tiles you get in subsequent rounds. Here's the thing. This is a co-op game that goes up to 6. I only needed myself to figure out where tiles need to go. I thought it was really obvious where a tile should go. And like, okay, this one gives me far more points and an advancement towards this achievement faster. I will put the tile there. Do I need 5 other people to consult where these tiles need to go? The decisions were so obvious. Why do I need 5 other people to consult to do this? And it's an activity more than a board game. So the fact that this won a Spiel des Jahres and was based off of a subpar video game, and they made it to play 6, why? It just, I don't get it. I do not get it at all for this one.
It was fine. I played with like 4 or 5 people. I think it was 5 people at the time.
Did you play with me at Julia's?
Yeah.
Meh.
It was fine.
Snap.
We had some kids, didn't we? Have like a 12-year-old or a 15-year-old or something like that. One of Aaron's kids was playing with us, I thought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it's totally one of those games.
That's like Family 70. Okay, that's maybe an okay ranking if you want to play. Try to see if your kids can try to find the best spot. Like get them thinking critically. But yeah.
That's the maybe only redeeming quality of this game.
Yeah.
Didn't get it at all.
Cooperative games are a lot easier with kids and families and things like that.
That's
So
true.
this made my worst new to me from 2024 list. So
Ooh.
there you go.
That's
Nick
right.
said, I think he said that twice now, and I just understood what he meant by
Oh.
that. The angry people is himself.
He is.
That's funny.
He's a good dude. We like him
That's funny.
Yeah.
quite a bit.
I didn't understand it at first. I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah, I don't like to play games with angry people either.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
All right, more chances to upset some people. Time for Bob's number 3.
So my number 3 was viticulture.
Very good.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'll throw in one of my honorable mentions, and I'm gonna say Wingspan. And again, it's
Whoa.
like it's an okay game, but especially after playing like ThinSpan and having a lot more agency with like my resources and things like that, I enjoy that way more than like, you know, you roll those dice and everybody's taking the resources out of there, and then you're stuck with stuff you can't use, and it felt a lot more mean. You have this huge deck of cards that you probably don't see like half of them, and I have a bunch of stuff for it. When it first came out, I was super into it, but then like people still love it and they keep coming out with expansions, and now I just feel like, okay, let's pump the brakes. ThinSpan's way better. And so yeah, I just feel like this is still getting hyped too much. So the egg strategy is broken. So
You know I'm not going to argue with you on Wingspan, so you're good.
Yeah.
You're in a safe space.
I love Wingspan. I still play it on BGA all the time, but I won't argue that it's overrated.
Yeah, I think it's fine. It's a really good design.
that's right. It's fine. It's overrated. All right, that's it.
And
Ooh.
you might be right. ThinSpan does some things better for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, everything.
I love that they have
Oh,
those like starter card specifics, and you're paying cards to put stuff out, but then you're also getting those like to dig through your discard pile to get those cards back and reuse them.
Mhm.
And it's almost like a self-contained ecosystem type of thing. And I don't care. It's multiplayer solitaire.
Yeah. Man. Hey Z, how early in the list is too early to start like just ruining friendships?
I think
Here we go.
3 is where it goes.
3?
So
3 is where it's at.
Yeah. So if you say something here, I'm gonna walk out. So
Here we go. Okay, here we go. Let's ruin some
Give me something
friendships.
back here.
Yes.
Let's ruin some friendships. This game is good. I'm just gonna say it right now. This game is good.
Okay.
But I don't
Typing
think
it
it's
in
as
now.
I don't think it's as good as these two guys say that it is. I think if these guys had like a mannequin with like a wig on it, it would have this game box on the front that they would like kiss every night. And I'm talking about Sky Team. Sky Team's fine, but it's a little overrated.
But Tim, how much have you played it?
A couple times.
A couple of times.
Yeah.
Have you
it's
played?
fine.
Have you played a
Played a
real
couple
time
times.
mission? Have you played a real time mission?
Oh boy. Listen.
I
Listen.
see you.
Quit gatekeeping my pick there, Bob.
Okay, keep. I'm just asking questions here. Just asking
I don't
questions.
remember if we played a
Oh
real
my
time one or
God.
not. It's fine.
Dude, I'm with you, Tim. I think it's decent. Yeah.
Hey, Mike, why is that connection was so bad with them? It's like they're keep phasing out. What's going on with them? I can't hear what
Z,
either one
sounds
of them
like
are
I'm going to be
saying
looking
right
for a new co-host, man. Man.
Yeah, we'll just branch off anyway.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, see,
There we
Andrew.
go, Andrew. Thank you. This is the love. No, I enjoy Sky Team. You know, I won't not play it. I'd rather play that than other things. It's short, but I just it's just like the gushing. I'm like, okay, like calm down. Like it's all right. It's all right.
Mhm.
So, but I mean, and really, like, it only has one dumb rule because it doesn't make sense thematically. But that you need to have the rule because the game would be too easy if you didn't have it, which is that the pilots can't talk to each other. So that's like the dumbest. Yeah, that's
because you have the headsets on. If the headsets aren't working and it's not communicating to each other, so it makes a little bit of thematic sense. I mean, I could grab you and be like, "Hey, do this," but you know,
Bob, most plane cockpits aren't like that loud. Like you're okay. Not in a passenger plane. Those are like airline pilots. They're not flying some junker, like we're not talking like
The last chop Rotterdam.
Air America or whatever with Mel Gibson and Robert Downey Jr. Like we're talking Sully here. They've got. It's not that hard. They could just look over and be like, "Hey."
Sully had a headset talking to the tower.
Yeah, but he could also just talk to his co-pilot at a reasonable volume.
The fighter jet people always have to use their microphones to talk to each other. They can't just communicate.
That's different because they're in high G situations and those planes are built differently.
Well, maybe those pilots are in a high G conversation too. You never know.
Okay. You are doing way more work for their theme than they ever did. So you're welcome.
They pay me by the defense. I don't know. No. I think it's a great game.
It's a good game. It's not a 10. It's a good game.
It's not a 10.
That hurts.
It's not.
I know. I knew Mike was gonna be so sad. I know Bob loves it. Like I said, I'm not gonna not play it. I enjoy it.
Sorry guys, I'm pivoting because my laptop decided it wants to be low on charge, and I didn't.
Oh hell yeah! There you go. I thought you were about to show me your wall. Your full wall mural of the Sky Team.
I have all the language versions just right here.
Yeah.
like the mission control setup, but it's like an actual.
Oh yeah, cockpit. It's like I do like a whole like a in-depth version. I like to immerse myself. I got the chair.
He's
and
got those
and like the pilot headset.
Those Bose noise canceling headset. That's their problem. They got those noise canceling earbuds.
That's right.
Damn it. Foiled again. Oh, anyways, it's a good game. I like it. It's just a little overrated.
Anyways.
All right, Z, what do you got for 3?
Okay, so my number 3 might be the most boring game on this list for me. I just don't know what I'm doing or why I'm doing it. And it's boring. I don't like the theme. It's a boring game. I'm just gonna say it. It's Great Western Trail.
Oh, I haven't played it. I think I had it and I got rid of it.
I own it and Shrink still. I haven't played it.
Yeah, I played El Paso, like the baby brother version. That's new. That's come out. I like that. It's streamlined, way better. Granted, Great Western Trail has come out with a bunch of different versions. There's 2nd edition, New Zealand, Australia, I think, something else or whatever. I played New Zealand. It was a lot better than the original and 2nd edition, but OG Great Western Trail, even 2nd edition, super boring. You're like, I don't know, it's like a Great Western themed game. You're like running around these routes, like stopping at each route, doing a very boring subpar action or two. And people will put buildings there, and if you go through them, you can't take their cool actions there. So you gotta like push buildings, not push buildings. There's like robbers that get in you. It's so long too. Like you see like that track on that left side of that board is literally, that blank, like the grid, whatever. Every time, like, I don't even remember the trigger, like a worker or something gets slotted there, and you have to play like most of the workers going there in order for the game. It's too long. It was super boring. I played it only twice, the original, and I said I'm never playing it again.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. There you go. Take on a big dog. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I haven't played it. That 150 minutes, and I'm not huge on the theme, so yeah.
I had it in Shrink for ages, and then I just sold it because somebody wanted it, and it's like they can play it. That's fine.
I probably should. I played it once years ago, and I liked it, and I got a copy cheap, but it's still sitting in Shrink, and it has been since at least 5 years. So it's like I liked it, but like the odds of me playing it again are pretty slim.
Mm-hmm.
It's on BGA, by the way. So yeah.
There's that too. That definitely helps facilitate me moving on from games. If I can play them digitally easier, like why not?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that's not a bad pick. It is a good game, but it's just hard to get to the table.
I mean, I think that if you say a game is boring, that is the most damning thing you could say about a board game, right? I mean, that's the worst thing.
Yeah.
If you're like, it's clunky or whatever. I mean, I like clunky games sometimes if if there's enough fun there, you're kind of like, okay, look, this game's not perfect, but it's crazy. But boring, boring and long. That's
I know.
Death sentence.
The thing is,
combination.
I was bored twice, and it went way too long twice. I'm like, nah, never again. New Zealand, the New Zealand edition, I think was a lot better. Honestly, I think that was a decent game, but I wouldn't. The original, never again.
Well, it's got kiwis in it, so it helps.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of sheep and hobbits.
Can't go wrong with hobbits.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
All right, Mr.
Mike.
Grain.
All right. I've done this rant before, but it's been a minute. So we're going to talk about a game that like everybody says is one of the best filler gateway games. And it stands the test of time, even though it's got 20 versions that are all boring. I just never understood the love for a love letter. Never did.
I love Love Letter.
I don't get it.
love
Love
Letter.
Randomly draw a card and then guess if somebody's card next to you is higher than yours. Repeat.
I don't know why mine works and nobody else does. Go on, Mike.
iPhones do that.
Until you're the last one standing.
Hell yeah, you are.
Hopefully you draw that 9. There are so many good fillers now that why is this the one that needed 30 versions that all do the same thing?
It's only 22.
22. Yeah. 22 versions. I have the Batman version. I'll never get rid of it because it's out of print. I just want to dangle it in front of people.
That's funny.
But there's 2 copies in the top 400. There's 3 more versions in the top 1,000. I just never found a version where I was like, yeah, this is my 30-minute, 20-minute game of choice.
Have you played Lovecraft Letter yet?
No.
That's a good version.
Very good.
There's more. There's more to it than regular Love Letter for sure.
The Arkham Horror version is the remake of it, and I thought it was really good.
I like Love Letter though. I
do too.
I've got a couple different versions of it. I never got the Batman one, whatever. But I enjoy Love Letter.
Own it? Don't play. I've never played it.
Tim picked a game that plays in half the time of Love Letter, so I'm gonna defend this pick here, Andrew. I never got it.
The thing with Mike, here's the thing that baffles me about Love Letter and you. Okay, so everybody should know Mike is a gambler and he likes playing games and doing stuff where he can read people. He likes social deduction games, and Love Letter is all about just dropping that right card at the right time, right? And so I get it because there's games that I feel like were made for me that I don't like sometimes, but this would have been a game where I thought, oh, this game, Mike is gonna love this game because it's reading people and it's stuff like that, and he's like, nope, he hates it.
Yeah, like I said, if I didn't have the out of print Batman version, I would have got rid of it so long ago. But I don't get the love.
I got my OG version in the little red, velvet bag. I've got a couple different versions of it.
The Lovecraft version,
yeah. I got Lovecraft Letter. I've got the Star Wars one. Somebody, I believe Chris Charlwood gave me that for Christmas or my birthday or something one year. So a friend of mine gave me one for my birthday. It's fine. Love Letter's good. I like it.
It's good. Yeah. The mind games are great. Yeah. It's even fun at 2, honestly. My wife and I enjoyed it. It was like one of the first games we got to playing together. And I don't know why we played it at 2. It's not even a recommended count. We just thought the mind games of it all was really, really good.
I don't know why Mike and Bob hate your relationship so much. They hate Dominion.
I don't need a game with my wife. Just say it. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, seriously. Just don't invite her, okay?
Next time I won't.
Don't be a jerk about it, guys. I mean, it's not his fault.
I
likes
also
what
had
she
a few
likes.
options. I had a few options for my number 3, and I went for the one that I thought that would upset the most people.
I feel like Mike felt personally attacked by my choice of Sky Team, so
That's
then
right.
he went with Love Letter because he knew I liked it.
Cthulhu Wars sucks. Oh.
Well,
Ron,
fine.
stop spoiling my 2.
Oh, sorry. All right.
All right.
Top
all right.
500.
All right. 2 more opportunities to make some people mad.
The people that love this game are freaking obsessed with it to the point to where they went on a whole cruise about this game, and I don't understand it. I don't like it. It's basically just the storyteller doing whatever the hell he wants to do while everybody else gaslights each other. But Blood on the Clock Tower is ridiculous, and I never want to play this game again. It's gaslighting the game, and literally, like, the person who's the storyteller has all the power. He can give the game away to either side. He's supposed to keep it in balance, but it's whatever he wants to do. And anybody that has that much agency in a game just it's not really a game. It's you might as well just play like a role-playing game or something then, because it's not a game at that point.
It's a role-playing game where the roles have been assigned to you, and
yeah,
and your actions are arbitrary.
yeah, basically.
Wow, that's a setup.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, obsessed. They went on cruise. There was literally like a 4-day cruise, a 5-day cruise.
I didn't even know that was a thing. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
that's
nuts.
Cool,
they played that in the gang for friggin' 2 weeks.
They should make a Dominion cruise. I'd be on that.
Yeah.
The boat would sink
in a sea of Bob's tears. You could just sail that boat in a sea of Bob's tears.
You kind of reacted like you liked this one.
Yeah, I do. I don't love it. I've only played it a few times. I like it, but I think I like it more for the fact that it's another social deduction. I love social deduction games. It's one of my favorite games. But I will say social deduction games are one of those types of board game mechanics that I think is the most dependent on your group. Like if you
amen.
Or the people around you. So if you're playing social deduction with like head down Eurogamer, zero confrontation, you're not gonna have a good time. It's all about the banter, the talk. You're saying gaslighting, and I'm nodding my head because that's the best fucking part about it. The gaslighting.
I have no problem with bluffing and stuff like that, but like literally sitting there for an hour and a half and lying to my friends in his face like over and over and over again.
Sure. I will say it was a little strange to get into, at least the first couple of times I played it, because the roles are so many roles, and I almost had to learn everybody else's role. Where a game like Avalon, Ultimate Werewolf, or even Feed the Kraken, it's not bad. You pick it up like this. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the thing with Blood on the Clock Tower, right? For a social deduction game, it is almost a lifestyle game. You know what I mean? Like, you've got to put in the time.
People that are into it are into it.
And really understand the rules. Yeah. I think it's a very awesome and very cool social deduction game, but I also will agree with Bob that, like, it's a little overrated. It kind of reminds me of this. The other day, I was in the car with my wife, and a Jimmy Buffett song came on. And I know all the words. It was Volcano. I know all the words. Nice. I enjoy the song. Yeah. I like Jimmy Buffett songs. I don't like people that like Jimmy Buffett. I don't want to listen to Jimmy Buffett songs with people that love Jimmy Buffett because that is their life.
Airheads.
Yeah, it's too much. Like, no, man, like, go away. But I like playing Blood on the Clock Tower with like casual Blood on the Clock Tower players. I don't want to play it with hardcore Blood on the Clock Tower players. Mostly because my clothes will get singed by all the candles that they've got lit, apparently by the pictures that Mike's showing. But yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think it's a cool game. I would buy it if I found a cheap copy.
If you like social deduction, I mean, I guess go for it. But make sure that storyteller knows what they're doing, because they will make or break that game.
Yeah. Oh, well, 100%. And like Z said, right, it's also very group dependent. Yep. Very group dependent.
Yeah, not as fun with a rookie storyteller for sure. And I gotta say, Tim, to your point, as somebody that's played this quite a bit, but is not hardcore about it, playing it with hardcore players is not as fun.
No, it's a different animal. It is a different animal. It's like I'll use this as an example. See, I don't know if you play any role-playing games or not, but there's like people that play D&D that just have fun. and there's people that play D&D that have got to like go through the rule book and scour and like absolutely maximize every little thing with their character. And then they're like 1,000,000% like stuck to the rules.
Like
yeah. I do not want to play with min-maxers. I don't.
Yeah.
That's
or
not
like
fun for me.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's not fun for me. Now, if you want to play kind of loose and like, let's have some fun, let's go for it. But it's like, actually, you know, the rule book says on page blah, blah, blah. It's like, come on, man. Like, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out.
All right, Tim, what you got?
Oh, I was really torn. But I think I got to go with a game that I enjoy, but I think is immensely overrated. And people went bananas for this game. Absolutely nuts for this game. I think it's a good game. I don't think I ever need to own it. And if I don't ever play it again, I'll be fine, but I won't turn down playing it because it's not that hard to play. I'm talking about Earth. Earth is fine.
It's fine. I like it.
It's fine. It's an interesting, like, I like the tableau building of it, but I also
like the simultaneous play.
Yeah. It goes fast, right? It's breezy.
Nice. Yeah.
You know, but like I play it every time I play it, I'm like, yeah, that was fine. Every time. Like, I've never played it and been like, this game is amazing. And I've never played it and go, I hate this game. This game sucks. I've always just been like, yeah, that was cool. What are we doing next? Like, you know, because there are definitely games, and I will just refer back to Tyrants of the Underdark, where 3 turns in, I'm like, how do I get my hands on a copy of this game? I must have this game.
So
I'm obsessed with this game. But Eric, oh no, I didn't mean that. Everybody should go support Earth. They should support Kickstarters.
I just got the Kickstarter, the Abundance Kickstarter just came in the mail like a couple days ago.
Right on.
I just got the new animals that I'm covering hopefully later this week or next week. So I'm a little biased with Earth, unfortunately. But I can see that. I can see it for sure.
But here's the thing, right? We had the opportunity to do some Kickstarter coverage for Abundance like last year. And I knew that, like, for me, it's like, yeah, that game's fine, but I knew the guys would be excited about it, you know, because they like Earth. And I'm like, well, hell yeah, let's do it, because I know they're going to be like, let's go. And for me, it's like, yeah, it's more content for a game that I'm still, you know, but it doesn't change anything. You know, where like some people say, an expansion will fix a game, or, well, you didn't play with that expansion, you should really give it another try with that expansion, which is totally fair. But yeah, I think Earth is fine. It's totally fine. I will play it, but I won't ask to play it.
Yeah.
But I won't be like, I'm out, because it's not that long of a commitment. It's even with teaching new people, like Bob said, simultaneous play.
You're always doing something at least.
Yeah, I mean, it's got some cool ideas in there, but for whatever reason, it just never really like grabbed me and was like, yeah.
Of the tag chasing tableau building games, I think it's one of the better ones.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of one I like better. I feel like there is, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But yeah, it's fine. I like it better than Terraforming Mars, you know, stuff like that. Oh, only do that on Earth Day. That was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Yeah,
missed it by a day. I'm cool. I'm cool. Don't worry. I'll do like 3 Fern Gullies and a Hail Mary, and we'll call it even.
3 Fern Gullies.
But yeah, Earth is fine. Earth is fine. And yeah, Nyx and Earth games should not need an expansion to be good. But I will say that sometimes games, once they hit the public,
right, and they realize things that they need,
revisions are fine, you know. So I will grant that caveat.
Course and making it better.
Yeah, by all means, improve the game if you've got opportunities, especially if it's got a following.
All right.
So mine is, and it's not even that I think the game itself is overrated. It is 100%. But I also, it's a little biased because I don't really like the designer I don't like the games. The
Personally,
designer.
right?
The designer is I don't like the person. I'm
Nope.
sure.
Nope.
It's
I wrote it down. It's here on camera. It's as a person.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
Friend of the
believe you
show, Sir Glenn Drover.
That was crazy. No, I just the game designs I don't agree with. And my number 2 is On Mars.
Oh yeah, you don't even
So
like the designer. We
Lacerda.
talked about Lacerda's earlier.
Yeah, we did. So my
That's
thing about
cool.
so I'll go On Mars and Lacerda real quick. On Mars, I thought was just when you have a game that is overbogged by so many complex rule sets, and it's not in a format that is very open to or forgiving. I just don't like that combination. It is a very unforgiving game that is very complex. And if you screw yourself early on where you're not on the right side of the planet, you're getting your resource engine going up, you are cooked. Like the entire game, you are so behind and you're like, what am I doing?
This is my language.
It is tight. And then just Lacerda designs in general. I mean, I appreciate the designs. I think they're very well-made games and game design aspects, but it's just too complicated for my taste. And I do like heavy games, but Lacerda I think is a tad bit more complex for me. Yeah, Wayne, I agree with you. I think the games are getting more and more complex as it goes. Like I think Kanban EV was one of his earlier ones.
Yep.
And that was my favorite Lacerda I've ever played. And I've played maybe 4 or 5 by now. And I'm like, yeah, this guy's it's not for me. There's too much happening for me to think about. And what you said earlier, Tim, I do enjoy point salad games in the fact that I like to be able to do a lot, or I can do whatever I want and just kind of explore an avenue instead of being, I have to do this or this. And if I don't, I'm leagues behind.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. And that's tough, especially in a longer game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not super fun when you're like, oh, well, now I've got 2 more hours of this to sit through.
Like Weather Machine was a bit too complicated. Like I really enjoy Lisboa. I think
that's solid. Yeah.
I liked Inventions. I thought Inventions was pretty good.
It kind of made sense like what I was doing.
That's a newer one. I did enjoy Inventions, and I know, right? We already mentioned Speakeasy. I really liked Speakeasy, but I enjoyed the theme. I thought it was cool. And again, though, I felt like Speakeasy was one of those games of his that had a lot of choices. Like there's some things. Now it's punishing, and there's definitely like a couple of things maybe you should pay attention to so you don't get like totally boned. But it's not like you can be blocked from paying attention to those things. It's just your own, kind of buyer beware, right? Like, hey, you instead of taking that action, maybe you should have done something to help prevent the cop, because the whole thing with Speakeasy is that there's cops and you know where the cops are going to show up. So it's not even a surprise. You know where they're going to show up. You got to be ready for them to deal with it, and stuff like that. But I haven't played On Mars, and I've not heard anybody say that they like Weather Machine. So
I haven't played On Mars yet. But I think one of the things that helps Lisboa is it comes with those player guides and it kind of guides you the first couple of turns to kind of get you into the flow of things. And I think that more Lacerdas should do that. If it's going to be that complicated for newer players, or especially if you have to learn out of the book, that would be very helpful. So,
all right.
All right,
Mike, what do you got?
All right. Mine is not overrated because of its BGG rank. It is overrated because it won so many awards and never cracked the top 1,000. This won the 2019 UK Expo Best Card Game winner, the UK Games People Choice winner, the Hasdor winner. We got multiple Golden Geek nominations and awards here, and it's for the Mind. Why did the Mind win so many awards? Why? Why? This even got nominated for most innovative game. Now let's recap for those at home that have never played the Mind. In the Mind, you're each given a card. Play them in ascending order without talking. That's the game. Tell me how that's innovative. Please, I'm listening. And yet it won all those awards, and we're sitting at 1014 on BGG. It didn't deserve those awards. I'm sorry.
Wow, it's 82 on Party. Wow.
Barf.
Yeah.
I
I've
love
played
the
it a
designer.
because I got a friend who will like demand we play
Wolfgang
this
Warren.
game, and then we have to play it like 10 times in a row. So I won't get rid of it. But man, this never should have won so many awards. That's why it's overrated.
59 plays.
Yeah. Because you can play it in like 30 seconds if you lose. And that's the game. You
Yeah,
know?
that's fair.
I didn't know it got that
Oh,
many awards. Wow.
You played
Barf.
one card out of order out of 4. Well, there's 30 seconds. Let's play again.
Fair.
There you go.
All right, Bob, set the world on fire with your number 1.
My number 1 has been mentioned technically already tonight, but it was just in passing. But it's in the hotness all the time. It's still ranked way too high because it's super boring. Terraforming Mars.
Ooh.
I have a
I like
friend who
it.
has like the cube with all the fancy
yeah.
bits. I love me some fancy bits, and that still I'm just kind of like,
Talk about tag chasing for hours.
yeah.
I like playing Terraforming Mars solo. I don't really love playing it with other people that much.
Yeah, it's too long for what it is. I played it early on in my career, but I was just like, eh. Terraforming Mars Ares Expedition, if you haven't tried that, that's really fun solo. I actually do like that one solo.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, Andrew's making people mad.
Me especially.
That could have been on my list, but it's not. I will jump to my number 1
Thought it
for
would
the
be.
sake of brevity. This game has been talked about already tonight, but not on anybody's list. But because of a trade, you want to talk about games where if you're not going early enough, you are getting punished because then you can't afford to do the actions you need to do later to stay competitive. And then if you bone turns early and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're out of it and you're just watching for 3 hours while other people are doing things. I'm talking about Darwin's Journey, aka my version of hell. Oh my God.
way.
Yeah, I hated this game.
No way.
I
Get
hated
good,
this
Tim.
game.
Get good. Keep up with the SS Beagle.
I couldn't by the time. So what was happening is I didn't keep up with the Beagle, and then I couldn't afford to buy the seals that were left over by the time it was my turn to improve my workers the way I needed to, because everybody was buying the ones that I needed. It was a nightmare.
Oh my
It was
God.
an absolute nightmare. I was so trash at this game. There was no flexibility. If you do not keep up with the Beagle, you are just toast, and you might as well just find your favorite game on your phone to play. Take your turn very quickly so that everybody else can keep the game moving, and then let one of your friends trade it as far away from you
my
as
gosh.
possible. So hopefully
He
you don't
did.
have to
Hey, it
see it
happened.
again. Yeah, exactly. Get it over to
Oh
the
my God.
coast. Maybe it'll fall in the ocean by accident, and it can have its own journey discovering new forms of life. Anyways, I was really miserable with Darwin's Journey.
Oh my
It's very
God.
well designed, but I did not have fun playing it. Now, unlike Zeshawn, I will not say that I don't like this designer. I'm sure this person's very nice.
I
in
never
real
said
life.
that.
No.
Those words were never mentioned.
Luciani's a fantastic designer.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure there's something of his that I like, but it wasn't Darwin's Journey. It was so funny. We were talking about it at the top of the show, though. I was like, "Oh shit, here we go."
I knew it
That's
was
funny.
coming.
That's cool. That
And
is
that's
cool.
what made it
Oh,
my
God.
number 1 instead of my number 5, to be honest, because it was going to be on the list. It was just where was I going to put it?
That's fair.
So,
Disagree,
Cardboard
but-
Stash says Darwin's Journey was mid for them. And again, right? Like, mad respect to everybody that loves Darwin's Journey. Awesome. Like, go with God. You know, love. Hey, you're playing a game you love. Like, have at it, man.
Shame, Cardboard Stash. Shame.
Yeah. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Brandon.
I really
But-
like the leveling up of the workers and stuff. I thought it was cool. It was like little.
It's
badges.
cool when you can do it.
Yeah.
But if you can't do it in a way that is actually useful, then it sucks. Like, it was fun watching all you guys level up your workers and do really cool things while I couldn't. Because I remember one time even Bob's like, well, you just need that seal. And I'm like, well, yeah, but it's in the most expensive spot.
All
And
the way
I
at the
don't have
bottom.
near enough
Yeah.
money for that. And it's
Yeah.
you guys bought them all up that were up at the top. Oh, well, you should go earlier in the turn. Yeah, you're right. That'd be nice if I could do that, but I can't every time. What a nightmare. Anyways, go on.
Okay. My number one game is the only game that I will actually refuse to play. I don't think I will never say no to a board game except this one. Whenever I hear somebody mention it, I get a little bit angry, and it is fucking Ark Nova. This game.
Yeah, Ark Nova could have been on my list.
That was on my list too.
Oh wow! This game
Yeah.
sucks. It sucks. Mike, you look upset. Do you like it? Okay,
No,
good. This game sucks.
It's okay.
This is the most boring game I've ever played. Not boring, second most, because I said most was boring. This game sucks. I want to build the zoo. I want all the cool animals. This game does not let me do that. The projects don't make sense. The board doesn't make sense. It is ugly. This game sucks. And if you don't like what I said, oh well.
I love it.
I will never play this again.
So
This game's fine. I traded mine. It's fine.
I'll probably trade mine. Now, it's the thing that bothers me so much about this game is I feel like people think that action selection is like, oh, it's super unique and this and that. And it's like, yeah, Civilization and New Dawn did it first. You know, they didn't invent it. They stole it. And yeah, it is good. But like I said, it's not new.
I like the action selection's my favorite part of that game.
Correct.
Yeah.
Great.
Fine. It's okay. Yeah.
But I don't it's not like a satisfying or super fulfilling sort of thing.
If I have to
I want to take that action selection and do it in something else.
If I have to dig through a deck that's 9,000 cards to find the specific tags or whatever I want, no.
Oh, we could also be talking about Terraforming Mars.
Terraforming Mars has that same problem.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. Yeah.
It is way too long, and it takes way too long to get anything going.
Yeah.
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 If
If I'm going to play a game for 4 hours, I want it to be a war game.
It was fine. I didn't dislike it, but I'm just not like, if I got the opportunity to play it again, I'd pass.
Yeah, I didn't dislike it either. I hated it.
I'm probably going to end up trading mine. I put it up for an offer, so we'll see.
Now I like you again, Bob. So good.
Bob, put it on the flea market for IndieCon, man.
I'm trying to get my own copy of Hoplomachus.
Hoplomachus? Oh yeah, that's a good
Remastered?
Game. Yeah, baby.
I have the forum. I want the remastered.
Really good.
Hoplo's so good.
For remastered. Yeah, really good.
So we'll see what he says.
All right. My number one, I've definitely bashed on this game many, many times, and that's why it deserves to be my number one. It's not going anywhere, and it doesn't need to have 3 versions in the top 100. Of course, I'm talking about all of the Pandemic legacies. Why? Pandemic was never a thematic game. So just because you put stickers on the board and pretend that those cubes are real people, that doesn't make it thematic.
Mike, spoiler alert, the cubes aren't the people, they're the virus.
I know.
That's why
I did botch that part. But still, in one version, spoilers, it's 10 years old. In one version, they turn into zombies. I still don't care. Like, it just...
This is number 2? I did not know that. Wow.
No, it was never a thematic game, but like it didn't become thematic just because you gave it a campaign and tacked a story on. Is like, oh, the campaign is so thematic. It's not. It's a deck that you recycle, and I wonder when that I wonder when that Espen card's gonna come back. Who knows? I never liked this game. I never will, and I don't want to play it 12 consecutive times, putting stickers on the board and pretending that makes it better.
That's the problem with Pandemic Legacy. At least regular Pandemic, you can play one time and walk away. Legacy, you've got to play the whole year.
Yeah.
My niece played it. She liked it.
This held on to the one spot for at least a year, maybe 2.
Until Gloomhaven bumped it?
Yeah,
Now
and then
brass, I think. Yeah.
number 2 is number 63, and season 0 is in the 50s. Like they're all no thanks. I don't need to play the other 2. My 7 plays and then stopping mid campaign, that was plenty. That was
Wow.
6 more than I needed to make this
Wow.
decision.
I mean, I'm not the pandemic fan here, so it's fine.
Yeah,
Nobody
I
is.
don't know if I
I'd
can
rather
disagree
play
with
Defenders
you.
of the Realm.
Number 2 is really high too. I did not know it was rated number 2. Wow.
Oh, it's
Mhm.
high. It's super
Like I
high.
said, it held that one spot for at least a couple years. I
That's
never.
nuts. Yeah, that definitely is not deserved for sure.
That is bananas. Yeah, it's way too high. It's way too high. Well, Z, I know you're on a little bit of a time constraint, but do you have any honorable mentions you want to throw in before we let you go and dodge the pitchforks that might be thrown at you by your friends?
I think the other one that I had in mind was Puerto Rico. I don't like that game either, but the only reason I didn't include it on the list, I've only played it once, so I think it would have been really unfair. Maybe
sure.
I'd like it again or not hate it as much my second play. So that's the only reason I didn't have it in my 5. But
I
Puerto
think
Rico.
I like Puerto Rico, but I don't. It's one of those, again, it's like I don't want to play it with people that are like Puerto Rico experts and like just have like the
Exactly.
strategy.
Exactly. And like, this is not like, we weren't making a list of games we disliked. It was what we thought was overrated.
Exactly.
And I don't feel like Puerto Rico is hated on, and I don't think it's like super, I mean, it's in the top 100, but I don't hear that much about it. So
Right.
yeah.
Right. Eric, disagree. Risk Legacy was the first Legacy game. Same designer, right?
Oh,
No.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought it was the same guy did the Risk Legacy.
No, Matt Leacock did the
No, he
Pandemic.
did Pandemic. Did he do Pandemic Legacy?
Okay. You Rob Davio was the co-designer on both.
Thank you. Thank you.
I keep forgetting
You're welcome.
his name is on that one.
You're welcome. I was on Jeopardy for a reason, Mike. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, but you also didn't win for a reason too.
Hold up.
Wait. You
Hey,
want
teammates. I was on Pop Culture Jeopardy.
Oh, mark your
Whoa.
bingo cards, everybody.
Hey, check the mark.
Very cool.
I was. It's like episode 24 on Amazon Prime, but who's counting? But Z, thank you so much for coming on, man. Why don't you shout out your Instagram one more time, and then Mike and Bob and I will talk for a few minutes after we let you bounce. But I just want to give you much love for coming on with us again. Thank you. And
thank you guys so much. Again, I'm Zeshawn, Boardandshield. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram, but screw all of that. You guys need to follow the wonderful board game podcast that is Board Game Rundown. Screw this page. You guys are the real stars of the show. Tim, Bob, and Mike, y'all got fantastic chemistry. Super comfortable being on here. I don't know these guys, if believe it or not. This is our first.
We first met. We just met.
2 minutes before we went live.
They said just go live. You know, it was a great time. I'm glad to be on here, and I was very excited too. So it was a good experience. So thank you guys so much for the opportunity. If you don't subscribe to them already, what the hell are you doing? Go subscrib right now.
Well, I can't disagree with Z. You should listen to him. Man obviously has good taste. Z, have a great night, man. We'll be in touch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah.
We'll have to do it again.
Yeah, we'll play some
Thank you
Tyrants.
so much. Have a good one, guys.
Yeah, man.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you later.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
We'll see you. Do you guys have any honorable mentions you want to hit?
I just want to say real quick, that's probably like the greatest compliment that I think I've heard on the show is that like he hopped on at 7:58 and felt like he's known us and felt super comfortable. And I know that like people have said that in the green room after the show before, but like hearing it live, it felt pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, but he was great. And if you're on Instagram, you should be following Boardandshield.
Yeah, I mean, come on, dude has some beautiful photographs on there, right? You know, and again, now you just got to hang out with him for an hour and a half. You got an idea of his personality, what he's like. Right. My kind of people, obviously. That's the other thing, right? And it's hard sometimes to hear compliments or take compliments, but at the same time, that's exactly what hopefully we can achieve, is that people come on, they hang out with us, we have a great time, and like, mission accomplished. Like,
Yep.
and we're not doing anything different. We're being the same jackasses we are every week, right?
Pretty standard shit for us.
Yeah, it is, but I love it. There is no higher compliment, like Mike just said, than somebody to say, I was very comfortable and had a good time with you guys, right? Like, there's no higher compliment you can give us. Like, hey, I had a nice time hanging out with you. Like, perfect. Jeff C, haven't played Honey Buzz, so I can't tell you if that's garbage or not.
Turd maybe of a campaign, but speaking of compliments, let's let Bob crap on some more games.
So okay. Also, my honorable mentions. I mean, obviously arcs, but we've been pooping on that a lot, so I left it off the list.
Let's do it just real quick. Like, just punishing and random.
So
random. Like, when randomness affects a 3-hour game and it's super punishing, just like,
man, I sure would like to take more than one action of that, but I can't. I have to play my cards face down and, like, follow the suit that was led or whatever, because I wasn't dealt any of those cards.
Right.
Brutal.
Now,
brutal.
The scoring thing is super unique. I did think that was interesting, where, like, by leading and forfeiting the lead, you get to choose what's going to score. That part was super cool, but the fact that you're just so much at the mercy of the cards that you get dealt. And I've been played way too many card games to know that can go horribly, horribly wrong.
And will. Yes.
And will.
Point, Bob, to score what you want, you got to draw the right suit. And if you don't, you got to forfeit an action to score it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Anyway.
Also, Istanbul is ranked way higher than I feel like it should, when Istanbul, the dice game, is a much better game.
Yeah, I never liked Istanbul either.
Me either. And I was kind of scrolling through the first 200, and I was like, why? Oh, man, yes, shut it down. Don't worry, we're about to.
Yeah.
But yeah, the dice game version is a lot better. But
way
then,
more fun.
Other than that, though, like, all my Arnold mentions got hit. Arc Nova got hit. I got to say Wingspan because he said Viticulture also.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Yeah. There was some
Wayne says Cosmic Encounter. I've enjoyed my plays of Cosmic Encounter, but I'm not gonna yuck your yum or
I like
yum
those
your yuck.
negotiation games, and it's got its flaws, and I still don't care. I just have so much fun playing it.
Mike, you want to do yours? Go do yours.
Sure. All right. Real quick, a couple I have talked about before, but deserve repeating. Never understood why Ticket to Ride has sold so many copies. And yes, I'm saying this while the gathering is actually happening right now.
Yeah,
so at least we know the designer can't watch.
Yeah, that's true. Alan Moon is not watching. We're safe for now.
But I'm sorry. I never liked it. And I don't understand why it's such a huge family game. It can be brutal. Cut off somebody's route and then see how much they enjoy that.
It's kind of,
they will not.
I like watching my family members call each other cocksuckers because they cut each other off. Has happened.
Never really enjoyed Chronicles of Crime at all. It's 309.
It's high
if
up
you miss
there.
one clue, it's a guessing game. And then you're just scanning cards over and over and over, hoping to catch that one clue you missed, and then you run out of time, and then they're going to tell you what you missed anyway. Never got that game. Still trying to get rid of my copy. It's in the Indie Spiel flea market for $7. Still can't sell it. What's that tell you? I never really understood, like, the love for Seven Wonders. Picked it up late, tried it a few times, and I'm like, why? No, I'd rather play Sushi Go any day, all day. Give me Sushi Go over Seven Wonders. Considered a great gateway game, but I think the iconography is really confusing for newer players. I can crap on Nemesis all day long. We all can. Nemesis
When he
is
said
horrible
Alien,
as
I thought that's
co-op
one he was
where
going
he
to
was
say.
going.
Nemesis is horrible as a co-op game. Maybe I'll try the semi-co-op, but my experience of a 5-player full co-op game was so bad, I don't know that I'll ever want to try.
That's the reason we warned you.
Chris, legacy versions are my number one. Like, it's the same game, but with stickers and a tacked-on theme. And then what else? I don't like Eclipse. I think it's too random for a 4X game. I'll throw out Radlands. Everybody really enjoyed that one, and it just felt super flat for me. And then my last one, just because I rated it high when we reviewed it, and I know we enjoyed this game, but if you keep playing it, you'll feel like you're playing the exact same game every single time, and it's Beyond the Sun. It's really samey. The texts don't vary much from card to card, and there aren't even that many of them. So the variation is like, I'm doing the same stuff over and over, and they made an expansion. It was too late. It's more of the same. Kind of feel like Beyond the Sun is a bit overrated as well. That's all I got.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't played Beyond the Sun enough for it to get samey
Correct.
for
Same.
me.
I haven't played it enough for it to get samey.
It's when we started playing it on BGA, Bob, where I'm like, I'm just doing the same stuff over and over. These texts are no different than the ones I played the last few
Who
games.
have you been playing with MBGA? Because it ain't me.
I
know
it's been a while.
I know you're not taking your turn on friggin' Last of Us. It's been your turn for like 4 days.
Actually, I did. It's probably back to Tim's turn. So.
So you finally took it. So should I load it up then because you finally took your turn?
Yeah, I think I got the email tonight that said it was my turn, like right as we were getting on the show.
Hey, we waited like 3 weeks for Tim to take his turn. So,
well, I didn't get the email saying it was my turn, so I didn't know. And I'm not on BGA except to play that game.
It's been a while since I've been a consistent BGA player, but we played Beyond the Sun enough for me to know it's just the same game every time. Anyway, go on.
Been a while. Anyways.
Look at Rice Cream. He's like, oh, I'm going to win this round. So
yeah, blah, blah, blah.
That's okay. I'm going to score more points than him if that's all he's got.
I know you are. I know.
All right. So some of my extras would be, I think Heat is good, overrated. I like Heat. It's a little overrated. Gloomhaven. I enjoy I've enjoyed playing it on my PlayStation, but it's ranked so high on BGG. And for a game
digitally,
for a game that is that difficult to learn, and I'm not talking about Jaws of the Lion, I'm talking because that didn't come first. Gloomhaven came first, then Jaws of the Lion. So Gloomhaven, a little overrated. Shouldn't be that high, especially for I love the concept of it, and I can't wait to get into it and like see all the things that unfold. So maybe my opinion will change. But when the barrier to entry is so high, it's kind of tough. Space Base, overrated. I don't like it that much. Overstays its welcome. Oh, I see Flamme Rouge is better than Heat.
Picked it up. I just need to play it with more than 2. I did like it though.
Okay. Azul, way overrated. It's a fine game for what it is, but I don't get all of the love and craziness for Azul. Like people that love Azul love it, and there's a ton of different expansions for it or a standalone version, blah, 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 whatever. Azul, meh, it's fine.
I still like Azul. We'll still play it. But yes, I agree. It's overrated.
Dead of Winter. Now this is an older one, but I don't find this game super fun or all that enjoyable. It's okay.
They could have done so much more with that Crossroads system. And then there was one other game years later. They're like, oh, here's this new Crossroads system. And like one other game used it years later. I thought this was supposed to be like your new thing. And then they never did anything with it.
I think it's just there's so much work put into that, right? Like all the writing that it requires, because it's. Anyways, I love the concept of Dead of Winter. I find the execution lacking. I'll just put it that way. Gen 7. Haven't played Gen 7. I've heard of Gen 7.
Either. I haven't either.
But haven't played it. I got like 3 left. Okay. Marvel United. Marvel United is fine. I have some stuff for Marvel United. And I like playing it, but I don't know that it warrants like I mean the I mean, the thing is it's CMON and they've got all the rights to those Marvel characters, you know what I mean, to do stuff. So why wouldn't you? But I just have a problem with like, because I'm a completionist, and if you're not all in on those Kickstarters, you're never going to get everything for it. And it's just a nightmare, you know?
Hey, what's up, Jason?
Hey, right on. Seismic. Let's go. Not overrated.
Funny, Tim, I have the opposite problem. I'm not a completionist, so if you throw a game at me that has 9 expansions, I'm out. Like,
yeah, that's
no
fair.
game needs that many expansions, and you got to have that one to make it play just right. Come on.
Well, so for example, though, right, Mike, I used to be all in, right? Like all those things. I got to get all the stuff. Well, now here's the problem. If I can't back it for everything, I'm just not going to back it.
It was like $600-700 to get everything.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
Yeah, I'm just not going to back it. So I'll do it if I'm really excited about it and want to try it. Like Guards of Atlantis. Like, actually, I'm thinking we need to take that down to IndieCon and play that at IndieCon.
Which one?
Guards of Atlantis.
Oh yeah, I just traded for that a couple months ago. I'm excited to play that.
But I want to go all, I want to play Guards of Atlantis again. You know what I mean? Like I want to play it. I want to do stuff there.
Maybe have a team with some symmetry.
Yeah. Yeah. Or a teammate that will like stick to the plan. Bob, don't go super aggressive. Okay. I'm moving right up next to them. What are you doing?
I did not move right up next to him. I fainted. I moved up a little bit, then fell back. And that's not what caused us to lose.
That's true.
I just had a brain fart. I was thinking of a totally different game.
You played Guards of Atlantis.
Yeah, I did. I was thinking of Atlantis Rising.
Yeah, I want to play that too. Long Shot the Dice game. Way overrated. I just never got the hype for this. It's died off, but it's still rated really high on BGG. It's in like top 200 or 300. I wouldn't say it's a bad game. It just never clicked with me. So Long Shot the Dice game. And then the last one has been mentioned, and I know I will get zero pushback, but a very hyped game from Gen Con, The Gang.
Yeah.
Here's I will say this about the game. Mike, do you still own it?
Yeah, but it's gone when we get to Indie Spiel.
I was going to say, bring it to Indie Spiel. We need to play it at like 5 players and just see what happens.
I mean, we can with the guy that bought it from me.
Oh, somebody bought it from you at Indie Spiel? Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Perfect.
Yeah,
I was just going to say, try to play it one time at a high player count, maybe without people that are really bad at poker.
Yeah.
But I mean, that didn't even stop us from just walking through the game easily.
Back to Long Shot the Dice game. I really enjoyed that game with like 2 and 3 players, but then I played it at a higher player count, which I was excited to do because it supports it. And then everybody just keeps pulling the horses back. And I'm like, this is awful. And then it goes from a simultaneous play game to a semi-simultaneous play game when you have to ask everyone, are you moving a horse? Are you moving a horse? Are you moving a horse? And you have to wait for everyone to decide if they're going to do that. It's awful at high player counts.
Right.
And it went from like a game I loved to instantly hated when I played it with 7.
Oh,
like,
sure.
I was so frustrated with higher player count games of that.
Yeah.
But the gang, not good. How is it possible to take Texas Hold'em and make it worse?
Right.
That's what the gang did.
Right. For sure.
Sorry, Chris, you're wrong. Nucleum's fantastic.
Oh, no.
You're wrong. That was fun to say.
Crackly again.
Oh, am I?
Yeah,
a little bit.
Maybe it was all that whiskey I've drank tonight. Well, okay, Eric, I've played a lot of poker. It's not one of those things where I just want to play it over and over for hours. I've got a limit, and it's usually about an hour tops, and then I'm done. But man, like the gang just takes all the tension out of it. If you're not betting and you're playing with people that know how to play poker and know how to rank hands, it's too easy and there's zero tension.
So
Poker's fun when you can bluff people and take money from them because you successfully bluff them.
the fun
Take that
thing
out,
about
it's not fun.
the fun thing about poker is actually winning money. If you're not playing poker for money, there's no point. And that's my opinion. I'll,
Agreed.
whatever.
Agreed.
Agreed.
And that's not everybody's bag. And I get that.
That's why the game exists.
I mean, well,
Yeah, I don't love poker either. I haven't played it in honestly years. So, but I thought the gang could make it into a co-op board game that would be fun. It doesn't.
Oh man. So I've only ever played Long Shot, the dice game, with 8 players. Oh my god.
That was probably like almost an hour-long game, and it's just too long at that point.
Definitely.
I think it's fine at the lower counts. I still think it's fun at the lower counts, but man.
Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to like it. I didn't love it. I couldn't imagine playing it at 8. Holy cats. That's a long time.
It drags at the end. Everybody's
2+
moving horses back.
hours.
Just waiting on horses to cross the line. And, oh, you're out of move backs? Okay, now the game can continue.
Yeah. Man. Well, this was really fun. I had a great time with this list, and Zeshawn was a great guest. I love it when we meet people for the first time, and it's an absolute blast. Like sometimes that's just as fun as having like an old friend on. The OGs remember euchre is overrated. Euchre is overrated, but spades is overrated.
Oh, dang. I think Jason just said that long shot 8-player game went 2 hours. Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh, my God. Whew.
They're coming around the bend. They're still coming around the bend.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. For anybody really, really, really old, will then get this reference, but they probably won't. So go ahead and check the hipster pick. But and Beetle Bomb. It's an old horse race bit from Spike Jones. That's an old thing. Anyways, yeah, totally.
Speaking of this comment right here, I actually just put Rebel Princess in my cart. I'm hearing some people loving this game, so it's got hearts with special powers, so and some card shedding. So gotta try that one.
All right.
Well, I gotta pee. So now is the time.
Awesome show tonight, guys. Obviously, Z was great. Obviously we love games, and it's great to talk highly about games. But man, every once in a while, it's really fun to rag on some games too.
Dude. Yeah, these games are fine. All the games we talked about have got their, they've got their fandoms. That's great, and obviously we stepped on each other's toes. That's awesome. That's always the best time.
Is that what you're calling it? My toe?
Yeah. But no, you guys, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your continued support. 7,000 subs. So cool. Very excited about that. If you're still watching and you like war games, please check out A Song for War. One of my favorite games. Eric, before you say goodnight, I need to reach out to you about having you on the show again sometime, because we need to have a Kibi Games night with you and your crew. Yeah, man, awesome time. As always, Wednesdays are a highlight. Doesn't matter what my work day has been like. Wednesdays are always uplifting and good for my soul. So thank you everybody for that. Anybody else got anything before we wrap up, sign off?
Nope.
Okay, everybody check out Boardandshield right on Instagram.
Yep.
Yeah,
I said it
links
right.
in the description.
Cool. Everybody else have a fantastic night. If you don't see us on our channel, we will see you next Wednesday for the board game rundown. I've been Tim.
Bob.
Mike,
We'll see you next week.
Rave. Oh, we got another sub.
Whoop,
Keep them
whoop,
coming.
whoop, whoop.
See you guys. Good job, Stonemeyer. A 7.3 repeating. Heating.